Hello everybody and welcome back to 5 Tips in 5 Minutes. This week, building a diverse talent pipeline. Before we get started, this video builds on my inclusive hiring video. So everything I said in that stands. This is specifically geared towards your internal promotion process. Lots of businesses diligently set themselves diversity hiring targets, but then don't do anything about their internal promotion process, so very little changes. So here's 5 tips for how you can do something about that. Tip 1, identify where diversity is an issue. If you don't have diversity data, use your eyes and consult. Talk to your employee networks. In most UK companies, as seniority increases, diversity decreases. So where could you focus on building diversity in a way that is going to show you some change in the composition of your senior team over the next few years? Tip 2 is make a plan. You won't build a robust, diverse talent pipeline overnight. It takes months, maybe years, depending on the size of your company. Your plan should include educating people who are involved in the learning and development process, in the hiring process, and of course, line managers. It should include mandating diversity in shortlists and in applications for talent programs. You could also set individual targets for managers or people in the learning and development or hiring communities. And you could perhaps ask your employee networks to support and challenge these processes, keeping everybody accountable. Tip 3, don't rely on line manager recommendations. When you're identifying internal talent for development, line manager recommendations should be just one aspect of your consideration. They're managing their team based on their current tasks and activities and performance. They may not always know the broader context, what you're looking for. They may not see it. Data-driven decisions are better. Appraisal ratings, if you still have them, bearing in mind that line managers are still giving the appraisal ratings, customer feedback, colleague feedback, involvement in projects. And you could always encourage open applications for talent programs rather than identifying talent behind the scenes. Tip 4 is to involve other people in your key appointments by using video interviews. Often the first round of a hiring process is a screening interview. Instead of doing that, you could send your long-listed or shortlisted candidates 2 or 3 questions to answer on video in 5 or 10 minutes. And then you could ask 5 to 10 people with diverse perspectives to comment on what they saw in the video against the criteria of the job that you're looking for. Yes, it's a bit more time consuming, but you will get a lot more insight from a variety of different perspectives. And this tip includes your executive leadership roles. You need input, you need perspectives other than from the executive team. They aren't the only people whose opinions matter. If you're stuck between 2 or 3 really good candidates, go for the diverse hire. And by this I mean choose the one that will bring a diverse perspective to the team. Don't go for team fit. A team where everybody gets along and thinks the same way will exist in an echo chamber with very little challenge, very little difference of perspective. And assess for potential, not what the candidate has already achieved. Historically excluded groups may not have had the opportunities that others have to demonstrate their potential or build their profile.
So to summarise, identify where you lack diversity and make a plan to internally improve that through your talent pipeline over the next year or so. Don't just rely on line manager perspectives. They're valuable, but it's just one piece of data. Bring in different voices when you're deciding who to promote. And when you have a choice between great candidates, hire for a diverse perspective in that team and for the future.
So that's it for this week. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.